Hey y'all, this is Alisha Costanzo and welcome back to my channel. I thought you might like the kitty cam today. We have a sneaky Raya up top where I'm going to put my books because today we are talking about my March TBR, and here's another one. Hi Pumpkin. But we are going to be playing my March TBR game, and yeah, without too much preemptive stuff, let's go into roll number one. Roll number one. One, two, three, four, five, six. Let's go there. 1, 2, 3. So roll number one was out of my comfort zone, and so I'm going to put a little spinny thingy up here to show you which genre I am going to be reading outside of my comfort zone. I'm pretty sure it's a collection. I don't read a lot of collections. I publish a lot of collections or anthologies, but I don't tend to read a whole lot of them. I haven't since college because I read a lot of collections in college, a lot of short stories for my short story track in my MFA, and before, obviously, a lot of English classes do college collections or story collections for the classes and whatnot, especially writing classes. Do all of my cats need to make noise right now? Frodo. So for my collection, I chose The Mistletoe Murders by P.D. James, edited by P.D. James. It's short, seems cool. I think there's like 4 stories in it, and I'm trying to cram some stuff in this month because you'll see. I'm trying to cram a lot of shit in this month. So, yes, there's my first roll. Let's get on to roll number 2. Roll number 2. 1, 2. Let's roll this guy again. Again, 8. Roll number 2 is my second chance TBR jar, which is this guy right here. There's not a lot in there, but these are the second chances from the 10 Kindle books pulls that I did, where I actually read the first chapter of them, and it wasn't the one that I chose, so I needed some place to put the ones that I had chosen before and didn't get to finish reading. So that's what this is going to be. Ooh, and it's the one with the color on it. Warrior Mage. Can you see it? Warrior Mage by Lindsay, I think that is Baroker. I still have this on my Goodreads currently reading, and I think it's been since the beginning of the year, beginning of 2020, that I started reading it. I do enjoy it, so I'm actually pretty excited. The opening was pretty cool to get back to this book and have it on my TBR officially. So yay! That was pretty painless. That made me excited. Alright. This book is about a young man who is going through these tests in order to be a warrior mage, and he fails in the first chapter because he's trying to show off. But it was some pretty cool tests and a lot of crazy violent magic for testing kids. And then people come and pretty much kill everybody in his family and in the place that he works, and his family owned and all the other stuff. So I don't know where it's going from there, but I know he's on a path to, like, how do you say this? He's trying to get his family back in the good graces of the community and of society by becoming a warrior mage, and now he's like, I think he's gonna go kick some ass and take some names. So, pretty excited. The writing was pretty fast paced and not a whole lot of telling or extra details, so I think I'm going to enjoy this one. So yeah, let's get on to roll number 3. Roll number 3. So 1, 2. I've already completed that one, so let's do. So roll number 3 is pretty easy. It's an ebook. I'm going to cheat a little bit here because what I have on my list is Savage Prince by Megan March. It's another New Orleans gruff guy, strong girl kind of relationship. All of her books are that way, but my wait time is 8 weeks. So it's on hold. If I get it, I'm going to read it. But if I don't get it, I have a backup for my ebook. And which one was that? It was going to be Empress of Salt and Fortune, and that is, I'm gonna, oh my gosh, Niveau, Boo. really sorry that I don't know how to pronounce your name. It's a really cool it's a really cool looking name. Obviously I don't know how it sounds, so can't say it's a really cool sounding name, but Empress of Salt and Fortune is going to be my backup ebook. So if I read either of those, it will count for my TBR when I do my wrap up and decide if I have to punish myself or not. So there is my ebook roll. Pretty easy. Feeling good. I'm feeling good. So, alright guys, let's get on to roll number 4. Roll number 4. Doubles. 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. So roll number 4 was a double. Yay! We're gonna have 7 rolls this month. Let's hope I can get to them all. Because I haven't even gotten to my punishment book yet. Because it's on hold for like 20 weeks. I think whenever it's available, I'm going to have to stop whatever I'm doing and read it. I think that's going to be my punishment, which really sucks because it's 24 hours long. Okay, anyways. Beyond that rant, I rolled an audiobook, which is super easy for me if you've been following me at all. I have been leaning on audiobooks because I started a job. I'm trying to write in my spare time, so the only real time I have to read is when I'm cooking and when I'm driving. So audiobooks are my prime source of reading. I have been able to read in the mornings when I don't have to work until 6 or 8. I still wake up at 5 and go read for a little while. Sometimes I write, but I've been trying to read in the mornings when I have that extra time in order to get some of my other books in that I want to read that are not available on audiobook. Anyways, for audiobook, I chose City of Bones by Michael Connelly. I believe this is book 7 or 8 in the Bosch series. I'm losing count at this point. But I have City of Bones and the one after that on hold. They're going to be here in 2 weeks, so the beginning of March, I'm going to be reading at least 2 Michael Connelly books. I might have to push my hold on the one. I don't know, but I love Michael Connelly, so I'm going to be reading City of Bones and enjoying the violent Bosch storylines that I have come to love. So, yeah. Alright, let's get on to roll number 5. Roll number 5. So roll number 5 was a 5-star prediction, so I just filled up my phone with a whole bunch of books that I have on my wait list and things that I want to, read. And I spun it to see randomly what I'd get from my 5-star prediction. And what I landed on was The Girl in the Tower, and that is by Catherine Arden. I do not know much about this book. I've had it recommended quite a few times by the people that I watch. I know it has magic. I know it's polar fantasy. I know it's young adult. I'm pretty into that whole genre, so I would love to read a new author by me. And when I remember when people were talking about it, the synopsis sounded good. It sounded like something I would like, so hence it was one of my 5-star predictions. And just because I've forgotten what it's about doesn't mean that it's not going to be a good book, or that my instinct wasn't right. So here's hoping. I'm looking forward to reading that book. Alright, let's get on to roll number 6 before I lose my mind. Roll number 6. One, two, three, 4. So roll number 6 is a standalone. I don't read a whole lot of standalones. Funny that I read a lot of series, but the standalone that I chose is something that's been on my wish list for a while, and that is The Night Swim. That is by Megan Golden. Yeah, I know it's a suspense thriller. I know a lot of people have talked about it, so I have put it on my list of things to read this month. Yeah, I know it's a thriller. That's all I've got. It's been on my list for a long time, so I haven't really investigated what it's about. But I've heard a lot of good things about it. So here's hoping. And then it's a good book. It is a good standalone. I think most of the standalones that I have on my wish list are thrillers or mysteries, because all the fantasy and horror stuff that I read are series. So yeah, that's my whole reasoning. Well, maybe not my whole reasoning there, but yeah, let's just go to roll number 7. And our extra roll for our doubles. Now we're gonna pick one of these guys. I've been averaging about one a month so far, so Let's do that one. So rule number 7 is a challenge. It is the YouTube Suggest Challenge, and if you heard me in a couple of those ones that I mentioned earlier, you'll notice that I said, I heard about this book on YouTube. It's because I was trying to sneak those things into my TBR. Otherwise, this is going to take me half a year to film. But I do want to put a disclaimer here that I have chosen like 9 YouTubers that I watch regularly, and I would like to read one book from each of them. And so this is going to take me a couple of months. I will keep you updated in my wrap-ups before I get there as to my progress before I put out the entire full video. It's going to take me a couple of months. We can deal with this, I hope. We can deal with it, I hope, because I'm still trying to do my Instagram Suggest Challenge for my February TBR, and if I get through the one, I'm going to count it for my TBR, but I would still like to do more for that video too. So, girl's got a lot of shit to read and not a lot of time. There we go. But anyways, I'm going to give you at least one, the one that I'm going to count for this TBR challenge to get this month, and I am choosing Casey from Lost in the Bookcase. I'm choosing one of her favorite books from 2020, and that is Red Rising by Pierce Brown. I've heard a lot about Pierce Brown. I think I have a couple Pierce Brown books. I might actually have Red Rising on my shelves somewhere, but I would like to read this book, so that is the one that I chose. And yeah, guys, I have no extras on my TBR because I don't want to bog myself down. I've got some challenges to do, and this month is going okay. It's going okay. I am on book number 4 out of 6, well, out of 7 that I had to read. Like I mentioned, my Deborah Harkness book, I have physically, but it's not going to happen physically. Like, I know that I do not have the time to read like an 800 book that's going to be way longer than it needs to be. There's no way I'm going to do that in February. So I have it on hold. Like I said, I have like 20 weeks left till it's hold, and so whenever it comes up, I'm going to stop what I'm doing and read that book. And that's how I'm going to do my what is that called? My punishment read currently. That's the only way I can make it work, so that's how I'm going to make it work. And I'll give you guys an update every time I talk about books to let you know where I am on that wait list and when I'm going to be reading it, because I wonder if I'm going to have to read another punishment book at the end of this month. I'm really working not to, and I don't want to count that towards my punishment. So, yes. Anyways, gonna stop babbling now. I've been in a really hyper mood all day. I was dancing at work, and everybody was like, we were doing like a Zumba class, mom dancing. I was teaching everybody why I dance the way I dance, which is pretty much just bouncing and shaking your hips and pointing your fingers. It's a mom dance. That's how I do. But yeah, it was a really good day at work today. I love the people that I work with. I'm apparently a resident expert in things not related to work, which is fun. Figuring out why there's snowflakes, how to make a chicken pot pie, which way is the best way to stretch your shoulder, and yeah, but fun times. It was a good time. I am gonna go and hopefully finish editing a story, because that's where I'm at right now. I have to do some other boxes too, because that's what having cats means, especially when you have 4. Okay, anyways, let me know what you're reading this month. Let me know if you experienced any trouble during the snow if you were in the south like I am. I'm in Oklahoma. We had some rolling blackouts. We had some pipes freeze. We had some injuries because of it. Everybody's okay. But I know a lot of people are without right now, so my heart goes to you. I hope things get better. It should be warming up here soon. So, yes. Stay safe, guys. Put a snowflake in the comments below if you made it this far. Alright, guys. I'll see you next time.